Welcome to part 3 of Terminator 2D. In the previous episode, we destroyed Cyberdyne and followed the film's canon events. But, for this episode, we're going to try something different. We are going to do the worse, bad ending. Because this game has 3 endings. You got the good ending, the bad ending, and then the worst ending. We're going to go for the middle option here. What you have to do for this option is first beat the game on normal. That way you can actually get this option. And when you do get the option, just hit leave chip. That way the Terminator stays on read only, and you can order the Terminator to kill Miles Dyson. You're wounded, John. Go get some gauze. Listen to me. Miles Dyson needs to be taken care of. Whatever it takes. Am I clear? Affirmative. No! How could you do this? John, get out of here. Now! Dyson is dead, but his work can still be continued. I need to get out of here and get to Cyberdyne HQ now. So here's a level that's unique to the bad endings and actually kind of a callback to the first Terminator film, the scene in which the Terminator shoots all the police officers in the police station. Only except this time you're Sarah Connor shooting the police officers in the police station. I find the irony in that darkly hilarious, and I think it works well because this stage, for what it's worth, is pretty good. It's kind of hard though, but it's really good. The cops here have a bit of a different AI than how the Cyberdyne SWAT team works. Here they're a bit more aggressive, and you really want to watch out for the suits. The guys with the suits will have automatics and shotguns and will usually crouch down to shoot. The beat cops, or the guys with the regular uniforms, will just shoot normally. They will not crouch down at all, they're pretty much easy pickings for the most part. Also, another neat little nod to the first Terminator film is the music. Here it's a bit more synthesized and robotic sounding. Though it still has a bit of that Terminator 2 flourish to it, the soundtrack here sounds a bit more like 1984. Which I did mention in the previous part that I did prefer that soundtrack as opposed to Terminator 2's soundtrack. I don't know, there's something with the synthesizer and how it sounds. It's so ominous and crunchy sounding, I can't really describe Terminator 1's soundtrack, but you have to listen for yourself in order to get what I mean. It is that unique of a soundtrack. And that's not a knock at Terminator 2. T2 still has a fantastic soundtrack, but it's just missing that ambience. Alright, ground level. We still got a whole bunch of officers to gun down. Sarah, I thought we were fighting against this. You have become the very thing you swore to destroy. There are some closets and open doors that you can duck into for some extra cover. And I think one of the closets in the station has an extra continue too. So that's another 17 or so cops gunned down, just like last time. The birthplace of Skynet. You can't leave any trace of Dyson's research behind. Now, this stage plays out pretty much like the last run, only except this time you start out with the rifle. And as such, you cannot grab people into a human shield. Which I do not miss that mechanic at all because it's a kind of a terrible way of defense. You're still open from behind. Me personally, I just like to move around and shoot. I'm more of an agile fighter like that. Anyway, the stage plays relatively the same as the canon version, only except you have a rifle and Miles Dyson is dead. You're still planting 8 bombs and you have to get to the exit before the time runs out. The grenade launcher guys and the Leon Kennedys with shields you have to watch out for, because with the Leons, well, they have shields, they can block your shots. And the grenade guys, you can't really duck underneath their shots, you have to jump over them. Not exactly how this all went down in the movie. In fact, it was the SWAT guys that did all the shooting and then Arnold jumped in. In fact, if it wasn't for the Terminator, Sarah would have long been dead. And so would John. Or an even crazier thought, what if the T-800 from this film fought the T-800 from 1984? Like he went back to 1984 to protect Sarah Connor then. But then there would be a paradox because John Connor would not have existed, but who cares? Or we could fuck up the timeline even more and have Kyle Reese go back to this time and fight the T-1000, therefore conceiving John Connor way later. I can write fanfiction too. I can probably write fanfiction way better than what Terminator Genisys was. What the hell was that movie? God-awful story. What was Terminator Genisys? Or Genesise because it's spelled with a Y, because extreme, edgy, I don't know. Just, who thought Terminator Genisys was a good movie? I'm just now starting to appreciate Dark Fate a little bit more. Still not a great Terminator movie, but it's alright. Still have not seen Salvation yet, which I'll have to get around to in my own spare time, but Genisys, no. Sucks. In fact, what is your favorite Terminator film? Even if it is Genisys, I promise I won't judge you. If it's Terminator 3, though, I may give you a side eye because it's literally just Terminators 1 and 2 again. I know the series works on a butterfly effect or an infinity loop, whatever you like to call it, but Terminator 3 is really just bare bones Terminator 2. I will admit, the Terminator in that movie, the TX, I believe it was, the female Terminator, was pretty interesting, though it does not seem like it was any more advanced than the T-800. And especially the T-1000, which was liquid metal. The TX was really just the same material as the T-800. I'm guessing the TX is supposed to be a stealthier model than the T-800, you know, buff Arnold, 230 pounds of Austrian muscle. I don't know, that always confused me. Why not just stick with the T-1000? It won't budge! Leave it. There's no time. Let me try ramming the door one more time. It might work eventually. Nah, that's not how it works. Leave nothing to fate, do you understand? Now here we get to play as the T-800, and I don't understand how this mission was cut from the canon events version of the playthrough, but not... It's here in the bad ending. I don't know, maybe it's because the robot is actually killing people now. I don't know, maybe, but you can still have this level in the canon events, just have the guards get knocked out from the bullets. They all get shot in the leg. He'll live. So will they. They're all still alive, they're losing blood. They'll die from the blood loss before my bullets can take care of them. Trust me. That would be a stupid justification. That guard that Arnie took down in the beginning of the movie, the first guard, yeah, he probably died from blood loss. That's a very Batman Christian Bale thing to do. I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. Which is ironic because Christian Bale was John Connor in Salvation, wasn't he? Damn! Terminator is an infinity loop indeed, both meta-wise and in-universe. Now, the Terminator here, even though he has a gun, he is very stiff to move. He cannot run or do a leisurely pace like Sarah can, so you have to use the dash in order to mitigate that. And he can also not duck, so you have to soak up the bullets and just keep moving along. Don't stay in one place, you will eventually get killed. And even if you do die, quote unquote die, the Terminator will boot back up and you'll have one more health bar left. You lose that health bar, you lose the game, and you have to start the stage over again. Bonus scene! Here you have to take out all the cop cars just like in the Terminator 2 movie. And I think you can actually take out some of the cops too. Yeah, that's deviating from the plot a little bit, but hey, this is a very outlawish take on Terminator 2, I will say. And hell, even the plot of Terminator 2 itself, the good guys were technically vigilantes, so yeah. To prevent the apocalypse, a lot of people must die. I'm not sure that's how that works. A lot of people must die. Now that is some warped logic right there. Anyway, that bonus stage actually gives you health back when you dish out enough damage. And here's the boss of the stage, the APC. I'm just gonna take this grenade to the face so I can respawn. I'll be back. Now, the boss here is actually pretty easy. For one thing, he is a big sitting duck, and oh my god, he ran over Leon. Whenever he throws a grenade, he just kind of sits there, or the driver does. And then he backs out, then he pops back in to spawn in some more guys. You also want to watch out for the little ceiling turret right there. It will zap you. Now, damage in and of itself, if it's individualized, like one person shooting you, it won't do that much damage. But if it's a lot of people hitting you, the damage will stack up. I think we missed something. Oh boy, the future is definitely going to refuse to change. Another thing that's going to refuse to change are the last two levels. Well, this one kind of, because you start out with the assault rifle. In the original run of this, you start out with the pistol, but other than that, it's pretty much the same highway chase. You still have to avoid the traffic and the barrels that are strewn across the road, as well as the T-1000. The first target you have to shoot on the T-1000 helicopter is going to be the spotlight. Then after that, it's going to be the rotors, and then the T-1000 himself. Notice how John did not say anything during that transition? That's foreshadowing. I was always legitimately surprised that Sarah survived that part in the movie where the helicopter crashed into the back of the truck. Super action movie hero logic. Or plot armor, or both. Let's end things in the present, shall we? Gonna take control of Sarah Connor one more time? Or so it seems. And we're gonna have the Terminator take care of business. Oh, you did not say the line, though! Go, you don't have much time. The absence of the signature line "Hasta la vista, baby" is by design. Remember, the Terminator's chip is still in read-write only. So, this is a Terminator from Terminator 2 that kills people like it's 1984. Only except he follows John and Sarah Connor's orders. And Sarah in this playthrough, she's not really a good role model for the T-1800, 1-800, Allstate. But nah, yeah, she let her demons get to her. And for that, the future is going to suffer greatly. God damn it. Man, that T-1000 is freaking fast. Makes me wonder if Robert Patrick was a track star in his youth. He is stupidly fast for no reason. Haha, unlike that other Terminator, I'm immune to crushing. Just ignore the pain, we're at the end of the level. It's over. John! Oh great, you pissed off the kid. Now what you gonna do, Sarah? I looked everywhere for John after that day. I wish I could have told him how sorry I was. In the end, Cyberdyne somehow survived our attack. Yeah, you left the damn arm! And you capped Dyson. Ugh. Skynet still became self-aware. Judgment Day still happened. 3 million lives were lost. It was all for nothing. The war against the machines rages on. I've been helping the resistance from the shadows. Figured it would be best for John if I kept out of the way this time. But now my intel says he's in danger. It's my job to save him, to fix my past mistakes. Oh my god, we're playing as Grandma Sarah. This is Dark Fate Sarah. Alright, this is an interesting take. Now we're playing as Sarah Connor in the future. She pretty much moves just like how John Connor moves in the future segments. You can run and gun, and Sarah still slides. She doesn't have the roll that John does. She slides. And I think that's actually kind of worse than John's roll, to be honest. With John's roll, you can phase past enemies just fine because it's a bit more of a longer range. Sarah's slide is not really that long range at all, and therefore you might actually slam into the Terminator and hurt yourself. You can't kick Terminators like you can with human opponents. Sarah could still grab the same power-ups that John could in the earlier stages. There's the green homing shot, the red spread shot, and the blue laser. And they work pretty much the same as they did before. And we got another HK tank we need to deal with. With this boss, if you have grenades, just use them. It will take a huge chunk out of its health. Yeah, see all that damage? That is insane. The grenades in the future are really worth it. But then again, in the first two James Cameron films, the grenades were just as lethal there too. They're capable of blowing up a whole ass tank as well as the Terminator. Termidog! What? Termidogs? Why are there Terminator dogs? That still does not make sense, but I guess that's just a video game thing. Anyway, here's a rehash of John Connor's first stage boss. The attacks are still the same. We'll carpet bomb the ground, which you have to jump over, and we'll shoot out these spark balls. But whereas defeating the boss as John Connor will end the stage, defeating the boss as Sarah will not, and the stage will continue. And now we got twin T-808s as the boss, or bosses. These guys were definitely in Resistance. I don't think they were in the original film, to be honest. I think that was just another 800 that was in the future segment. But either way, these guys are kind of tough. Not so much in their patterns. Their patterns are piss easy. It's the amount of damage they take. So what you want to do is find a safe spot so that way you won't get shot or blown up by the little Terminator worm thing. And once you see them walking towards you, you slide past them. This is a lot like a Contra Hardcore boss, and I love it. I'm so sorry, John, for all of this. Oh, Arnold's back, baby. Let me handle this, John. I owe you that much. I'll make this right. I have to. Final stage, here we come, only except this time we're still Sarah. Some of the enemy placement is a bit different from John's final level, but everything's still relatively the same.
Facility compromised. Car termination negative. T-99999 deployed. Plasma activated.
And with that, here are the final two bosses. We got the crab walker thing, and then we got that giant laser. Now the crab droid's pretty simple, you just gotta avoid the pincers, as well as the lasers that will shoot out. Oh yeah, and the carpet bomb, right. You have to jump over the sparks. Even though sometimes it looks like you'll get hit by the backlash, you won't. And now we're at the laser. I still don't know what this Terminator type machine technically is, if it's even supposed to be a Terminator. Now this boss is pretty simple, but you're over a bottomless pit, which may come back to bite me in the ass later in this episode. So what you want to do is just shoot down at it, and if you have any grenades left, use them. You see the giant laser prepping up, you just want to move to the sides of the screen. And the arms will also shoot out lasers, so whenever you see that, move to the middle of the screen. The boss will also shoot out missiles and these drone things that will follow you across the screen. Come on! Come on! Yeah, I have you now. Maybe I didn't have you. I did not make the jump and I fell into the pit, and since I had one hit left, I just died. Let's pretend like Sarah never broke her hip and fell into a void. Let's destroy this thing for real. Don't let anything stand in your way this time. Even me. Your CPU is set to read right now. Make sure you listen to John. Learn from him. Don't make the same mistake I did. John, I searched so long for you. It's okay, Mom. There will be plenty of time to reminisce, but now the survivors need us. Now we help pick up the pieces. Aye aye, Commander. And with that, we got one more playthrough to deal with. So stay tuned for the finale where we take care of the bad ending, the bad future.